Coming up on First at 4, the governor and health experts are recommending visitation restrictions to nursing homes in order to help protect elderly residents from the coronavirus. And Eastern Kentucky students are in Frankfort today to make sure this region is represented in this year's census.
And we'll get a slight break from the rain before showers and storms arrive Thursday. First at 4 is next.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, Governor Andy Beshear and health officials say people need to stay away from nursing homes and other facilities because of the coronavirus. They say the long-term care population is among the most at risk when it comes to COVID-19. That request for private homes and mandate for state-run facilities came during a news conference at the state capitol. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more from Frankfort.
The cases are expected to go up daily, and the governor and health officials are telling us they are seeing fewer of the travel cases and more of the person-to-person contact. And because of that, they are telling us that people need to stay away from nursing homes and long-term care facilities. The coronavirus is not just impacting one age group, as the ages of the patients released today show that it has impacted everyone from a 27-year-old woman to a 69-year-old man. Both Lexington cases were men in their 40s, but men in their 60s are told to stay away from large gatherings, not to fly, and definitely do not get on a cruise ship. But the big thing from today deals with nursing homes.
I understand there are going to be Kentuckians that aren't going to be able to potentially see mom or dad and want to go there and want to check to make sure they're getting the best care. I understand that. But we are working to protect the lives of those same loved ones.
The governor says they are also updating their paid sick leave policies for state employees, urging private employers to do the same. Now, as for those people that have been confirmed to have the coronavirus, the governor is telling us that all of them remain in isolation, all of them continue to receive medical care, but all of them are improving. At the state capitol in Frankfort, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
The governor says the 6 people infected all had symptoms that ranged from mild to severe. With all the coronavirus talk, many people are obviously concerned, and University of Kentucky health experts want to remind people not to panic. Just be prepared. They are also answering some questions about the virus, like how to stay safe, what they are doing about the virus, and if they are prepared.
Testing appears to be more available nationwide, really starting last Friday. We have a number of commercially available labs that are coming on the market here pretty soon through the FDA's emergency use authorization grant.
The tests are expected to become more available in the coming weeks and months. We all use GPS in our car, or most of us do, but what about the hospital? Pikeville Medical Center's 4 buildings, adding up to more than 1 million square feet, can be confusing for patients or visitors. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher shows us how an app on your phone can make that navigation a bit easier.
Inside Pikeville Medical Center, you will find kiosks like this, but you can also use your cell phone as a GPS navigation system.
So obviously one of the challenges that not only the staff has, but our visitors and patients have, is to find their way from point A to point B.
But officials hope to make your journey easier through an app called PMC Wayfinder.
And get turn-by-turn navigation from the parking garage, for example, to any location in the hospital.
It looks like the GPS you are accustomed to inside your car. There are multiple ways to search for your destination.
Turn right.
You can search by room number, you can search by provider.
No phone, no problem. There are 7 kiosks placed around the hospital.
It knows where you are automatically. You're able to punch in a location, you're able to get the turn-by-turn list, and we can even send you a map on your cell phone.
Now, there is also a feature to take the question, dude, where's my car, out of your visit with Pikeville Medical Center using the same app. In Pike County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
It can get a bit confusing in a big hospital like that. The app is free and you can download it on any Apple or Android device.
Kind of been a gloomy and soggy day here in the mountains. We're starting to get a break, but more is on the way, of course, as we head into the rest of the week. But first, we'll take you up to a few of those cameras. You can see those gloomy and rainy conditions on our UVA Wise camera, where they've been dealing, of course, with those showers on and off throughout the day, like most of us. And that Stonecrest camera, well, just went out, just taking a break on this rainy day. Looking at pinpoint Doppler, starting to see that kind of that line of showers moving through parts of Breathitt County, a little bit into parts of Owsley County. So that kind of second round moves in, and after that it looks like we'll actually get a nice little break as we head throughout the rest of the overnight hours and into your Wednesday before we have to deal with some showers and some storms. So we'll be dropping into about those low to mid 40s tonight. Winds west anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour, so they'll start to die down a little bit with gloomy skies. Of course, can't rule out a few scattered showers tonight, but I really think most of us stay on that drier side, and I think we see that as we head into your Wednesday. Of course, still gloomy, a few scattered rain chances, but drier compared to today. And then we'll be tracking some heavier showers and possibly some thunderstorms Thursday. And after that cold front moves in, we'll get a nice slight cool down as we head into your Friday and into the weekend. But of course, those showers hang on as we head really into the next 7 days. I'll have more details on that coming up in a little bit.
All right, thank you, Paige. The U.S. Census takes place every 10 years, and 2020 is that year. WYMT's Madison Pergram is at the state capitol today to tell us about efforts being made to make sure Eastern Kentucky is well represented.
Today, Eastern Kentucky student leaders representing 23 school districts gathered at the state capitol talking about their efforts to promote the census in 2020. Their initiative, called Every Community Counts, aims to ensure every person is counted in this year's census, no matter who they are or where they live. The census is essentially just a count of the people who live in the United States. But Kim Sargent, who works for the Kentucky Valley Educational Cooperative, says the importance goes far beyond just counting people.
We want to know who lives where and how many people live there, because that dictates how much funding, how much allocation goes into that area. So if we don't have an accurate count, then that area is not going to get enough money to maintain its roads, its schools, its hospitals, that kind of thing. So you're going to see a real decline in those areas where there's an underreporting.
We will hear from students and their specific efforts to make sure everyone in their counties and the region is counted for. We'll also hear why the census is so important. For now in Frankfort, Madison Pergram, WYMT Mountain News.
By April 1st, every household should start receiving an invitation to participate in the census. Then you have 3 ways to respond, either by phone, online, or by mail. This is the first year people are able to respond online. From coal to space camp. Today at the Challenger Learning Center in Hazard, 4th graders from Corbin Independent learned how coal mining could be used in the future on Mars. Some believe there are minerals on Mars that could benefit Earth, and to get to them you would use the same techniques as coal miners. Also in attendance today was a former coal miner and Governor Paul Patton. He says the importance of education outside the classroom makes a difference.
This is a unique facility. Very few of them in the world, and we're lucky to have 3 of them in Kentucky because of some vision of people like people here in Perry County that realize the value of having something very unique.
And Patton was involved in the building of the Challenger Center back when he was governor. Later at 5:30, WYMT's Lacey Roberts will have more with former Governor Patton. 6 states take center stage in the 2020 campaign tonight. Idaho, Michigan, Mississippi, North Dakota, and Washington all hold primaries today. Joe Biden currently holds the lead over Bernie Sanders for the Democratic nomination, but more than 300 delegates are on the line in today's primaries. While some voters changed their picks due to the exits of Elizabeth Warren and Michael Bloomberg, the goal of the 2020 election remains the same for them.
Top issue is to get Trump out of office.
Both Biden and Sanders are heading to Ohio and are scheduled to hold campaign events in Cleveland. Let's head over to Wall Street now on this Tuesday afternoon. A much different story than yesterday. The Dow closes up today more than 1,163 points. Watch this heartfelt video of soldiers with the West Virginia National Guard singing Country Roads. The sing-along happened on a January flight home from deployment. Chandler McDaniel, who posted the video to social media, says he and his fellow comrades were coming home from an 11-month deployment in Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Afghanistan when they burst out the famous song by John Denver. Country Roads was declared the 4th official state song in 2014. Straight ahead on First at 4, find out how one 911 center in our region is helping make sure our most vulnerable children are returned home safely if they go missing.
And showers and storms move in Thursday as our next front moves into the mountains. I'll have those details coming up.